In today's instalment, I sit in a car. We see a man stand on a box, and the pointy finger makes a return. I'm not quite sure why we've got primer at this end. Hello everybody and welcome to Craig on Cars. Today is part 5 of Project Rust, the bodywork restoration project underway here at Auto Resto behind me on my 1997 BMW E31 8 Series. If you haven't seen earlier instalments on this project, please do go and check them out. I'll include links to the playlist above and also in the description below. I'm going to share with you today the progress on the project over the past few weeks, and things have gone to a whole new level since the last instalment. So please do keep watching and let's hand over to Craig of the past. The car is on the ground, which can mean only one thing. The wheels are back from being refurbed. They absolutely transformed the car. I'm really excited to show you what they look like. It's also in front of the paint booth, which must mean we're getting to the end now. So it's all really exciting. Let me just show you the wheels, and then the next step is going to be primer and paint. So let's have a quick look. The big reveal. Look at these bad boys. What do you think? Clearly I'm having a laugh. These aren't the wheels and they're not going to be staying on there. I've just picked these up cheaply online so that the guys here can move the car around the workshop and get it in the paint booth. So today's a really big day in the project. The car's finally in the paint booth. It's having the masking applied to it, ready for the primer to be applied, and in a few days then the paint will be going on. So I'm just going to show you around the car whilst it's being prepped, and we'll be capturing the primer being applied using the GoPro. So let's just have a quick look around. You see all the masking down the side, and the roof has also been prepped. Today's it's really surreal for me, seeing the car like this. The project's been going on for so long now, and it all seems to be coming together really fast. I've just arrived at Auto Resto for an update on the car, and the first thing that jumps out to me is this little Mercedes SLK, which is here for some work. Now, for a car that is of the same era essentially as my BMW, this SLK is a Y reg. What's that, 2001? I'm amazed at how much rust this has got on it. Let's have a quick look around. I guess this car is of the era when Mercedes were using recycled steel, or just their cars weren't as high quality as earlier generations. But just look at this, and it's like all the way around. just can't believe how much rust this car has, and even though my BMW is here, obviously to have rust work done on it is nowhere near as bad as what this car is. But it's good, obviously, that it's getting the attention that it needs. Let's get inside and we'll see what else is going on. Oh, my poor car, look at this. This is what 4 or 5 months in the workshop will do, with the windscreens out. There's, no matter how much covering you put on, the dust is going to get in somewhere. So when I get this car home, it's going to need a very, very deep and thorough clean. So we've seen with the time-lapse footage the primer being applied. Now that the car is dry, let's have a quick look at what that looks like. We're on the driver's side at the moment. We can see that the sills have been done, the driver's door, and of course where we had new metal put in here. I'm not quite sure why we've got primer at this end of the door, but there we go, it's there. The rear quarter, of course, there's new metal put in here, all around the rear arch. And of course it'll be on the inside of that as well, where we discovered that unexpected rust on the inner lip. And then before I move around, I'll show you the roof. So the roof has had a good covering as well. This is the new roof skin, of course. And if you've not seen the earlier installments, go back and have a look at that with the old roof skin being taken off. So then moving back. So this is the new sunroof panel, again in the last installment, discovering that this had quite a lot of, the old one had quite a lot of hidden rust on it. So that's been covered, and a nice covering of satin black on the inside, if you can see that as well. Then we've got the rear end of the car, again, all the work that was done around here, it's all been done. And then on the passenger side, similar to the other side, the rear quarter and the sill and the door. So what else is going on? Well, of course the next stage is going to be painting the car, and of course to do that we need to find a good paint match. This is a sample that's been sprayed out from this tin here, and if we put that up against the car, unfortunately it's not a very good match. I'm not quite sure how well that'll be picked up on the camera, but it's no good anyway. So we've got another sample here which is going to be tried tomorrow, and hopefully it's going to be a much closer match. And the other thing that we've got going on here, this is the lower section of the rear bumper, the diffuser of the sports body kit, also found on the CSI, I believe. And today's discovery, I've been told, is, again, not sure how the camera picks it up, but there's quite a lot of sort of motley colouring, which suggests that this has also been resprayed at some point in the past. And whilst I shouldn't be surprised at this point in the project with everything else that we've discovered, it's surprising to realise just how much of the paintwork on this car actually wasn't original. But there we are, it is what it is. Okay, let's stop there. Back to Craig of the present. As you've seen over the last few minutes, things are clearly starting to escalate. The first paint sample taken from the paint code on the car was nowhere near close enough a match. The second one wasn't much better, and even the third one, using one of those fancy scanning machines, whilst much closer a match, wasn't perfect. Added to that the fact that in the course of the project over the last few months we've discovered that large parts of the car aren't wearing its original paint, thanks local wildlife, and the fact that we've only got 2 panels not being painted, that being the bonnet and the boot lid, or the hood and the trunk for those of you watching in America, and it just seems pragmatic at this stage to paint the whole car. That also means one more thing. In the last installment I decided I wasn't going to take the front end off the car. There were no outward signs of any corrosion or work needing attention, but again, with recent discoveries and now the decision to paint the whole car, we may as well just take the front end off as well. So please, let's keep fingers crossed that there's no more rust underneath the front of the car. I'm going to finish there. The next installment is hopefully going to be the last one, where we're going to take the front end off the car, prep the car for paint it and put it all back together. So please do stay tuned and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber.